Hey, it's Christine Faulkner with Cava and Faulkner, Elk Grove Living Trust lawyer, Sacramento succession planning attorney. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of What Is It Today? Catching up with Christine. So today I wanted to talk about the importance of building rapport with your lawyer. So maybe you've had a bad experience with an attorney before. Maybe you have just this perception that lawyers are dismissive, not so great to be around, and especially if you're going to pay them what you probably think is going to be a boatload of money, that you probably want to know that you can feel good around them. And so what is it that you worry about when it comes to, working with a lawyer, any kind of lawyer? Are you worried that they won't listen to you and they'll do all the talking? Are you worried about them being sort of upper crusty? I guess that's a nice way of putting it. Uppity. Better, giving off that vibe of being better than you. Are you worried that you really want them to hear you, not just listen, but hear you? And, really listen to what is concerning you and bothering you and on your mind and causing you pain. If you have ever either worked with a lawyer who didn't give that to you, or it's making you hesitate in thinking about working with a lawyer, well, you are probably right to be worried about all of those things because, sorry, got an itchy nose. It is really commonplace for, sadly, in my profession, it is commonplace for those experiences for an attorney to not necessarily give you a lot of their time or rush you through things or make you, come across as putting on airs or talk in legal mumbo jumbo, and you really have no idea of what they're talking about, and feeling really frustrated because you don't even know what the heck they're telling you. And that leaves you feeling really uncertain, and insecure, I think is probably a good word, like not understanding what they're saying or even what the ramifications of what any of that means and the impact on your life. Or, maybe you've had that experience where somebody just did not give you the time. They made you feel like you were bothering them, or they didn't have the time to give to you to devote to your matter. So if any of that has happened to you, I am so sorry, because I know that it does happen in the legal profession. But I want to say that looking for a lawyer who you can feel comfortable with is really important, because many times lawyers are dealing with very sensitive matters, with things that are keeping you up at night. And so your hesitancy to want to, pull the trigger or even pick up the phone is completely understandable. So you are not alone out there. But think about what it would be like if you could work with a lawyer who, number one, is going to really listen to you and give you the time, really to understand what your concerns are, to get to know you and to get to know the dynamics of your family and your situation, so that you can take the steps necessary to solve whatever your problem is, whatever that problem is. And I know in estate planning, many times you're worried about protecting your family. You're worried about leaving assets unprotected and not even knowing the answer of what would happen if something happened to you or something happened to your spouse. So many times that is like the biggest worry, or not having named guardians if you have minor children, and having this deep, deep fear of your kids not being protected if you're not around there to do it, if you're not around. So those are all really, really valid reasons to be worried and to be fearful. But at the same time, just know that there are attorneys out there who will put the time aside to really get to know you, to understand your fears and your concerns, so that a plan can be developed to solve that problem for you. And then in the end, you end up getting to feel really good about the solution that you created. So I wanted to say that. Also, I want you to know that there are lawyers who will not talk, in legal mumbo jumbo, who will simplify things and talk just like in regular English to talk to you candidly about your problem, and who care about building rapport with you and care about your comfort, who have actually set up their practice to, really, really fuel that high level of connection and alignment so that you can feel heard and understood, and that you're working with somebody who truly does care about you. And so in terms of, the upper echelon attitude of lawyers, yes, they're out there. But I want to say the one thing that I will say about my law firm at Cava Faulkner, we really, really strive to be friendly, communicative, and to talk to you in a way that makes you feel good about our relationship, that makes you feel good about making the decision to pick up the phone and take that first step to, work with a lawyer, get educated, find out what you need to know to make some smart decisions. So I just wanted to speak to that, it can be very disheartening when when your only experience is with a lawyer who you don't feel good about working about. You feel that they really kind of dismissed your concerns and didn't listen to you, didn't hear you, didn't hear your, what really is meaningful to you in your life, so that you can creative problem solve together. I just want you to know that there's attorneys out there who will treat you very, very differently. And I'd like to believe that that's one of the pillars of our law firm, that we listen to clients, we really give them our time, because we feel like we have to do that to get to know them and to solve their problem, the problem that they have collaboratively. We don't use a lot of legal terms, but we talk in kind of just no-nonsense language that makes sense to everybody, and come across in a way that is knowledgeable but humble. So a little tidbit on things that I was thinking about today that I wanted to share with you. So thank you so much for tuning in to Catching Up with Christine. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel. Let us know how we can support you. And if you need an estate plan or you need help with business planning, I'm certain that we can help you with whatever your needs are. So let us know, and we're here to help. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. See you next time. Bye.